pleased to introduce our next speaker, Mr. Ruggiero, who's going to talk about opportunities and aid from the European Community for Development of Scientific Cooperation Projects.
Hello, everybody. First of all, I would like to thank the organizer for inviting me. In the last 2 days, I assisted and I attended to a very interesting and wholesome presentation. But now I need to present a quickly presentation about an unconventional, maybe for you, treatment. The organizer asked me to present something that maybe are interesting for you, that treatment that cover the European cures for Horizon 2020 and the possibility to try to find funds for your treatment, for your experiments, and for your innovative projects. Before the presentation of the course, I would like to present my company, Techinova, shortly. We were born in 2007, and since our born, our main aim is to develop a networking for developing of innovative projects, an international project. We would like to cover all around the world innovative projects, and we have not less than 500 subjects that nowadays work with us around the world to establish and cover from an idea to the market to cover innovative projects. Our goal is to present these projects using EU funds, but not only EU funds, and try to find the way to have the funding of the experimental projects. When I say not only EU funds, I'm meaning that the 4 examples that follow this presentation are related only to EU funds, but we can cover even other countries, and especially we cover the collaborative innovation projects coming from nowadays 115 countries. Why? Because Horizon 2020 and the next program that will be called Horizon Europe cover not only EU countries, but even these 115 nations. For example, Japan, US, the African nation, and Asian nation. Okay, I tried with my team to find some example of European call that can cover your innovation projects. For that, I asked the organizer 10 different keywords to try to find these calls. Are only 4 examples, but after this presentation, you can ask me whatever you want and present your questions and present your projects, and we can find for you for free some calls coming from EU funds or other nation funds, depends on what you want. Okay, I start directly with these examples. First of all, I want to say you don't be afraid by the budget of this course. Maybe, could be, or maybe a lot, maybe for you, for your experiments, but I present the way to cover this budget. The first example is related to nuclear fission and radiation protection research. Is a call related to, as a teaching program and is a way for European community to have a traveling of researchers from one nation to another and to exchange skills, experience related to one or more sub-subject of a main goal project, innovation project. This kind of call can cover not only the traveling cost and the personal cost, but even the instruments and the preparation of the laboratory that can be prepared by a network. Remember, you can't attend this kind of call alone. Is a problem that we can cover after. As you can look, this kind of call could be presented by at least one EU member and other partners coming from other countries, even outside Europe. The second example is material for offshore energy. Meaning, you would like to cover all the new materials, procedure and experiments, even theoretical experiments, to find a new way of materials for offshore energy, for example, offshore for extracting petroleum, or using winds, or using other kind of energy structure. And in this strange call maybe for you, there are two specific points related to the experiments, the theoretical experiments that you could present. In this example, the deadline is in December 2019. All of this call cover only 3 or 4 months. If you need to have more time, we can spend some time to find for you calls that could be in that the deadline could be in 2020, really not over the end of 2020, because the European call for Horizon 2020 ended in 2020. After that, starting the Horizon Europe. The budget is 5 to 7 million. Remember, you can cover this budget not only by yourself, but using a network coming from academic researcher or private researcher, meaning for sure companies, society that coming over the world. If you have this kind of connection, we can provide for you some, especially entrepreneurs and companies that would help you. In this call, at least 3 EU members, or 2 EU members and 1 of other country partner. The third example, novel high-performance materials and components, is a huge call. In this call, there are more than 200